everybody. Dave Brown and Corey Macklin with all these folks here at ringside, ready to go with another day of Power Pro Wrestling. Man, it has been so wild. Today, wilder than ever, so call a friend, set the VCR, fasten your seatbelts, and get ready for the Power Hour ride here.
All right. Looking forward to it. Hey, in recent weeks, we've had mixed matches, hair matches, hospital elimination matches. We've had street fight matches. The owner locked in a cage for the entire show.
I know.
Last week. Don't know what to expect on the Power Hour, but hey, do we have a big lineup today?
We do indeed. We got, first of all, we got a match with Billy Joe Travis and Lance Jade. That's one of the
exactly
matches
right.
coming up today.
Bill Superstar Dundee will be here today. Bill taking on the Young Guns champion, Kid Wicked. Looking forward to that one coming up right here today. And also, hey, the debut of the brand new Rock and Roll Express. That's going to take place right here today on the Power Hour. Stacy will be here as well. We've got a big lineup.
And we do, and we got a big announcement, too, about Power Pro Wrestling. Something that's coming up in October, early in October. It's going to be exciting. We'll have that announcement for you in just a few minutes. You don't want to miss it.
No doubt about it. Randy Hales has not released the main event for today's program, so he's going to make that announcement from the control room. Mr. Randy Hales.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity, Corey and Dave, and the people in the audience today. It is with great pleasure I announce today the biggest main event in the 22-week history of TV5 Power Pro Wrestling. This week's main event will be none other than Too Sexy Brian Christopher in a single match main event. And Brian Christopher's opponent today on the Power Hour will be Jerry the King Lawler. Let's get this show started. Back to you in our opening match, Dave and Corey. Thank you.
What kind of announcement is that, huh?
Well, that's a big announcement, all right. I don't think either wrestler is going to be happy about that. But, you know, the wrestlers have open contracts with Power Pro Wrestling, so that's the match the promoters made. I wonder if either of them has been told about that.
Probably haven't.
Probably not. We'll find out about it later on. Let's get ready for action right here, though, as Lance Jade heads for the ring. Lance out of Phoenix, Arizona. You know him. In the Young Guns division, he made a lot of noise here. He's been wrestling against some tough competition in recent weeks. But he's going against a real rugged character today that you also know very well. Talking about Billy Joe Travis, the music man himself. He has caused all kind of problems around Power Pro Wrestling. There he comes right here. Billy Joe Travis accompanied by Brandon Baxter and a pair of scissors.
Yeah, and he's got the guitar along with him.
I want you to get the camera on old Billy Joe right now. Well, Lawler, if you think I forgot about you cut my hair last week, Buck, you got another thing coming. Now, I'm really glad that you done it, because you know what? You have made me mad, and you have made me more vicious, Buck. Shut your stinking mouth, Buck. Now, whoever gets me, I promise you, I'm going to hurt somebody, and I'm going to take care of everybody.
Billy Joe Travis making his way up to the ring. Got Brendan Baxter along with him. And, hey, talking a lot of language there to the king is Billy Joe, Dave.
He's in the ring. Referee Aubrey Wayne calls for the bell, and we are underway with the Power Hour. Thanks for joining us here today. And stay with us. Announcement made just moments ago by the owner, founder, and president of Power Pro Wrestling, Randy Hales, that the main event today is going to be Lawler versus Christopher, but I can't believe that either wrestler is happy about that.
You know something, guys?
Brandon Baxter here.
If you could turn the microphone on when a real man's talking. I come out here and I like to laugh, and I like to joke, and I like to have a good time, but that's all changed today because Randy Hales has issued a mandate to Billy Travis, to myself, to the Bodyguard, and everybody else in Randy Hales' Power Pro Wrestling Dream Team. He says we need to take it up a notch. We need to be more serious, and right here today, you are going to see a prime example of that.
Well, I don't know how many more notches you can take it up. It's been pretty serious. Last week, Randy was locked in a cage for the entire hour, and that just may have been the last straw, and it seems to me that Randy may be trying to do just about anything now to get back at Lawler. This campaign that he's had over the last few weeks.
For the last couple months, Randy Hales has been trying to get rid of Jerry Lawler. We've tried and tried, but I'm telling you, it's getting close. Because we, like I said, have taken it up a notch. We're studying the tapes. We're getting together. We're going to be more vicious than we've ever been before. One other thing I want to talk about is something that bothered me. You know, Jerry Lawler and Stacy have denied this relationship all along. But Stacy, I have a message directly to you. The other night, not many people might not know, but you were in a car wreck. In a car accident, Jerry Lawler was driving, and he could have killed you, Stacy. He doesn't care for you. He doesn't care about your well-being. So why don't you go ahead and be with a real man where we can be happy, Stacy? I'd never let something like that happen to you.
Oh, come on, Brandon. We don't need to get that stuff out of here.
I would take care of it.
Yeah, right.
Well, Brandon continuing this thing with trying to drive a wedge between Lawler and Stacy.
The wedge has already been driven, Dave. She just doesn't want to admit it.
Well, that's not what Stacy says. Stacy has a totally different version of this whole thing, as I'm sure you fans know if you've been watching the Power Hour the last few weeks.
But it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
Looks like Billy Travis in a little trouble up there, Brandon Baxter, while you're over here.
Yeah.
Lance Jade with a big knee lift and a 2 count, and Travis able to kick out.
Turning it up a notch didn't seem to work so far. Lance Jade looking mighty good against Billy Joe Travis.
Sure is. There goes Baxter up on the ring. Screaming and yelling at the referee, Aubrey Wayne.
Oh, look out.
Look out, Lance from behind. Billy Travis with that guitar. He blasted that thing over his head. 2 and 3.
It's time for some cutting.
Well, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And Billy Travis gets the win.
Yeah, with the help of the guitar and with the help of Brandon Baxter, as he distracted the referee over here. Referee Aubrey Wayne distracted by Baxter. And, oh, look out. Here comes the King. He goes after Baxter now. Travis got knocked out of the ring early on. Travis after the scissors that Baxter brought in here, but Lawler's got those. Well, you can tell who the crowd's behind here, huh?
Yeah, no doubt about it. The King comes in, and there goes Billy Travis and Brandon Baxter.
Yeah, let's, King, talk to you for just a minute here.
Second King.
Yeah. Let me just say a couple words right now to Randy Hales. Now, Randy Hales, week after week, you have tried all of your little devious plans to get rid of the King. And so far, not one of them has worked. When are you going to wise up? When are you going to get it through that thick skull of yours, Randy Hales, that the King is here to stay? Do you understand that, pal? That, I'm sure everybody remembers he's tried everything he could think of, but everything has backfired on you. You wound up right here in the middle of this ring with Stacy pulling your pants off, showing everybody your rear end, how stupid that looked. You wound up getting put in an ambulance. You wound up getting pile driven and having to come in here in a wheelchair. You wound up getting your head shaved, that's right, haircut, and you wound up, Randy Hales, last week you had to spend the whole show in a little jail cell over there that you brought for me. Well, let me tell you something. It ain't going to work. You might as well understand it, and you ain't going to turn Brian Christopher against me either, because that match, that little match that you got dreamed up to pit us against each other ain't going to happen, because I ain't wrestling Brian Christopher to make you happy, Randy Hales, so get that through your skull.
Well, Dave, hey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's saying he's not going to wrestle that match.
He's saying he's not going to do it, so Randy Hales' main event may not take place after all.
We'll see what comes up. I know we got a lot more action. Don't you leave. New rock and roll express.
Yeah,
they're coming up.
To that.
Stay with us.
All right.
Big announcement coming up a little bit later on about all the action at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Yeah.
First of all, thanks to everybody at Liberty Land. Last weekend, 3 big shows, great crowds every day. It was terrific. Thank you for being a part of it.
Great people out at Liberty Land, too. Thanks for the hospitality.
Let's just go ahead and tell them about it. It's in the same neck of the woods. It's going to be at the Mid-South Fair, October 3rd.
There it is.
Here's the announcement right here. It's called Settle the Score, and the Mid-South Fair will be presenting Power Pro Wrestling. It's on Saturday night, October 3rd, at the Mid-South Coliseum. All I can tell you is I am promised it will be a super card. We'll have more details coming up on it in the next few weeks. But don't forget, Settle the Score. Saturday, October 3rd, part of the Mid-South Fair at the Mid-South Coliseum. Power Pro will be there.
That's going to be a dandy coming up, boy, with the Mid-South Fair in conjunction with the fair on October 3rd. Here is the German, Heinrich Franz Keller, Bulldog Reigns, led by Brandon Baxter.
Yeah.
And, hey, they got some big opponents here today.
They do have a very interesting opponent. You know the Rock and Roll Express very well. Well, how about the new Rock and Roll Express? Rock and Roll Express, one of the finest tag teams ever put together in wrestling history. They wrestled all around here. They wrestled all over the world. They won a lot of matches. They held a lot of championships. But there is now going to be a new Rock and Roll Express. And here they come right here, led by one of the original members of the Rock and Roll Express, Mr. Robert Gibson. And you got your nephew with you, Jason. Let me just say one thing. I remember, I've been around here a long, long time, and I remember when you came in, your brother Rick had a big single match, I think against Lawler, scheduled, and instead of going with that single match, he wrestled tag team with you, and the rest is history.
Yeah, he felt like he had an obligation, just like I feel like I got an obligation. This is my nephew, Jason Gibson. Everybody says, Ricky, Robert, where's Ricky at? Well, Ricky's in Nashville. He's doing fine. Right now, what my main concern is stick with him, show him the ropes, and see what kind of man he turns out to be.
Very good. Let's see what happens here. Rick is still around, going to concentrate on his single career for the time being. But these guys, I tell you what, I think you got a fine, fine team here. We've seen Jason wrestle a little bit already, and I think he is going to be a fine representative, a fine half of the new Rock and Roll Express. Rock and Roll underway. Jason starting against the very tough Bulldog Reigns.
Yeah, history made today on the Power Hour. A brand new Rock and Roll Express. Bulldog Reigns, big guy wrestling out of Carlton, Georgia. He is big, let me tell you. He is stacked at 267 pounds, and the big German, Heinrich Franz Keller, is certainly no midget either by any means. And look at Jason Gibson taking care of both of the big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking care of them, and Robert over in the corner.
I tell you what, if Jason has learned a lot of the moves and the teamwork, I think the teamwork is what characterizes Rock and Roll Express in my mind as much as anything else.
Oh, yeah.
They really did work together well, Rick and Robert. And now if Robert and Jason can work just as well together, this team's going to make a lot of noise.
Oh, no doubt about it. If anybody out here watching today has watched any wrestling, I'm sure you've heard of Rock and Roll Express. And a great success that the Rock and Roll Express has had, Dave. 5-time NWA tag team champions and so many other titles that they've held down through the years.
Of course, we've seen them in recent weeks right here.
Oh, yeah.
They've been part of a couple of the big events that have occurred at the Mid-South Coliseum. USA, says the crowd, as the German Heinrich Franz Keller is in and body slams Jason Gibson. Keller going to drop down on him, but he telegraphed the move, and Jason Gibson moved out of the way. Great move by Jason. He now needs to get to the corner of the tag, and he does it.
Here comes Robert, yeah.
Great move. Instead of trying to do it all himself, he got to the corner. Now Keller has grabbed it. What is this? Referee didn't see the tag, he said.
Oh, my goodness. He forced Robert back out of that thing. Look at this. Jason comes running out of the turnbuckle. Clothesline by Heinrich Franz Keller.
Don't forget, we've got a little potential problem here. We don't know how we're going to get solved later on in the Power Hour. Lawler against Brian Christopher, says Randy Hales, but in no way, says Jerry Lawler. There's no way he's going to let Randy turn Brian Christopher against him. So he says he will not wrestle Brian Christopher in the main event. So I don't know right at this point what we're going to do for a main event.
Now, that is a little minute problem, I guess, it being that it is our main event here today on television. Also, hey, tonight, main event wrestling is going on tonight at the Harding County Fair. Power Pro Wrestling is going to be at the Harding County Fair tonight. Also coming up Thursday night, Lula, Mississippi Lady Luck Casino. Get ready to buckle up. We'll be down there Thursday night at the Pavilion.
Here's some of that teamwork we were talking about. Jason and Robert together.
Whoa,
yeah. All right.
Double drop kick, and Jason's got a cover. He's got Keller pinned. Look out. Here comes Brandon Baxter.
With a chain. He's got a chain wrapped around his right fist. Nails Jason in the back of the head. Now reverses the cover. And it's Heinrich Franz Keller that gets the 3 count. Referee didn't see Brandon in the ring. He didn't see the chain. He didn't see the whole thing. And as a result, it's going to be a loss for the new Rock and Roll Express in their first appearance here in Power Pro Wrestling today. Fans are trying to tell them exactly what happened. Meanwhile, Keller, Reigns, and especially Brandon Baxter have left the area. Well,
Brandon Baxter sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong.
Again,
yeah.
And also using the chain. I don't think he would have had the power to make that move and get the reversal. But he used a chain, and he knocked Jason Gibson right in the back of the head, with he's still holding the back of his head as he moves on out of here. So that's the debut of Rock and Roll Express. We know what happened. We know who should have won the match. Here comes the owner, the founder, and the president of Power Pro Wrestling, Randy Hales. Randy, you heard what Jerry said, I'm sure, up in the booth. He said this match not going to happen.
You know, I did hear what Jerry Lawler said. You know, I think people have misunderstood everything I've been saying for the last 20 weeks. I don't want to get rid of Jerry Lawler. I really don't. The only thing I want to do, Dave, is I want to smarten Jerry Lawler up. I want him to realize, I want Jerry to realize exactly what his life has come to. And it's all because of Stacy. If you think that Bill Clinton has problems with Monica, nothing compares to the problems Jerry Lawler has with Stacy. I want Jerry Lawler to wise up and understand all the bad things that's happened to him since Stacy's been involved in his life. Do you remember? Everybody remembers when everybody loved the King, including me. I was the biggest fan. Everybody loved the King. He was the star of Saturday Morning Wrestling. He even had his... people, listen to me, people. Do you remember when Jerry Lawler had his own television show on Sunday mornings on WMC? He was a star. He was a celebrity. As a matter of fact, I brought a clip. And this was Jerry Lawler when I loved him. Jerry Lawler at the high point of his career, the Jerry Lawler show, and we have a clip of that I brought for everybody to love and remember here. Let's take a look at this clip.
She has made good on her promise.
I promised you, and I delivered.
You have delivered, and this is an honor, and it's, I mean, you know, we've had some big-name guests on the show, but this has got to be one of the biggest. This, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you all know by now, but this is the quarterback of the Houston Oilers, the most valuable player in the National Football League last year, Warren Moon. Warren, welcome to Memphis. Welcome to my show.
Pleasure to be here, Jerry. Thanks for having me.
How did she get you to come here and be on this show?
Just look at her. Any man will follow her anywhere.
Well, there you go, Randy. That was the Jerry Lawler show, no doubt about it.
Did you see that? Who was associating with Jerry Lawler there? Warren Moon, a superstar, right?
Yeah, right.
Absolute superstar back then. And then did you see who else was in that clip?
Yeah, I did. Now, Randy, let's not go there.
Yeah, you saw exactly who was on that clip. And that's what Stacy broke up. You saw that beautiful blonde. That's what it was, the best thing that ever happened to Jerry Lawler. Well, let me tell you something. That's what you lost, Jerry Lawler. That's what you lost because of Stacy, and you lost a lot of other situations. And what I want to do right now, it's not only with so many people. Me, the relationship I had with Jerry Lawler ruined because of Stacy and another person. I would like for Brian Christopher to come out here for a minute.
Well,
you know, I'd like for Brian to just come out here for a minute because, you know, of course my job is to have the best matches possible. I try to make the best match possible, and Jerry Lawler refused to do it.
Well, it would be a great match, no doubt about it, but I certainly understand Lawler's refusal to do it. I understand his not wanting to ruin the partnership relation that he has with Brian here, as a matter of fact. Brian?
Randy, I heard you call me out here, but I'm just going to tell you, I don't care what you're the owner of, what you're the president of. If you say something I don't like, I'm not going to think twice about splitting your lip, okay?
Now, let me ask you this. Over the years, We've known each other a long time. Over the years, what kind of relationship, professional relationship, have we had, good or bad?
We used to have a good relationship.
And now you're not around much, right? With your contract with the WWF, you're not around much. But personally, we haven't had no blow-up, right? Personally, we hadn't had a blow-up.
No, we haven't, no.
I haven't said bad things about you on television. I haven't done anything. The situation is, Brian, and I wanted you out here because besides myself, you've had just as long a relationship with Jerry Lawler, and what he's doing, Brian, is he's ruining himself. Me as a friend of Jerry Lawler, you as somebody close to Jerry Lawler, we got to make him, Brian, see what Stacy's doing to his life. We got to do that. You need to help me. I'm asking you.
Why is Stacy or what Jerry Lawler's doing to his life, why is that any of your business?
Because I admire the guy and I love the guy.
That's what I don't understand.
It is my business because as a friend, this is like tough love, Brian. This is like tough love. I have to straighten this situation out. Let me tell you another thing. A situation today with you. Because of Stacy, you is interfering with your life. Stacy is interfering with your life because is your goal not to be the biggest star in Memphis wrestling? Have you not said that?
Yes, everybody knows that.
The top dog in Memphis wrestling. Well, it's not going to take place because Jerry Lawler's not going to let it take place because the old situation, just like when Jackie Fargo was the top dog, till he stepped aside, then Jerry Lawler made the rise to the top. But Fargo had to step aside. And it's time for Jerry Lawler to do that, Brian, but he won't do it because Stacy's plugging around, plugging away. Be on that TV, be on that TV, be on that TV. And that takes TV time. He comes out here and does a 30-minute interview. And then the one time you got hot at me was because we ran out of the show and you couldn't be on the show because we ran out of time. He's jealous of you, Brian, because he's jealous of you because you're a better wrestler. You're a better wrestler. And the reason he canceled this match here, Brian, the reason he canceled this match is he knows you can beat him, and he don't want that to happen. Can you beat Jerry Lawler on this television show?
First of all, well, yes, I can beat Jerry Lawler. I think I can beat Jerry Lawler, but that's beside the point, Randy. I don't believe that Jerry Lawler is jealous of me. The reason he don't want to have this match is there's no reason to have this match. It's not going to prove a thing.
It'll prove a thing. It certainly will, and it's because of Stacy. Stacy's in her head and says, because obviously you're cuter than Jerry Lawler. All the little girls like you. Even all these people realize it. You're a better wrestler than Jerry Lawler, and that's the thing. He's absolutely jealous. He is jealous. He's trying to hold.
Hey, you talk about somebody getting a lot of TV time. You're out here running your mouth for an hour here. This is a wrestling show. Brian, don't stand here and listen to this idiot. Just tell him to shove it and come on and get out of here. We're not having the match. Come on, let's go.
You know he'll beat you. You know he'll beat you.
Just tell him to go jump in the leg and let's go. Come on.
Well, first of all,
Come on.
are you telling me what to do?
Yeah, I'm telling you to tell this idiot that what I do is none of his business, just like you told him before, and let's go. Let's have a wrestling show here. You got some other matches, Randy?
Hey, hold on just a second. First of all, just let me just tell you this. This is one reason I've never understood. Why is it he called me out here? Why is it whenever anybody comes out here, you think it's your business to come running right here behind them? Is that true? Are you a TV air hog?
No, because what the problem is he called you out here to talk about me. And you two idiots are standing here talking about me when you should be in the back. That's what I'm telling you. So come on. Yeah. I'm telling you to tell him to go jump in a lake and let's go.
Well, first of all, you can take all that bass out of your voice when you're talking to me, okay? And second of all, I'm not an idiot. I can stand out here and talk to whoever I want to, whenever I want to. There's no reason for you to call me an idiot. And another thing, what is the reason that you canceled this match, huh? I thought it was because there's really nothing for it to prove. But why did it? Why did you say that you didn't want to have this match?
Okay, what do you want? You want to let this string bean standing right here have his way? Can you not see what he's trying to do? Can you not see that he's trying to turn Stacy against me, and now he's trying to turn you against me? He's trying to turn everybody against me? Are you too blind to see that?
I'm not too blind to see anything. All I know is I was standing out here. You came out here. Now you're calling me an idiot. You're telling me what to do. You think you run this place just like you have for years and years. And that, you know, everybody said you got to beat Jerry Lawler to be the new king of Memphis, to be the number one wrestler.
Come on, let's get out of here. Let's go.
Hey, well, is that true?
Standing out here talking about this crap in front of this idiot right here.
I think that might be true. I think you might have to beat Jerry Lawler to prove to everybody in Memphis that you're the number one wrestler. I think you might have to beat Jerry Lawler right here on TV to show the world who the better man is. Is that what it's going to take?
Hey, let me tell you something right now, and get this through your thick skull. If you want to listen to this idiot, I'll tell you right now, you can't beat Jerry Lawler, and there ain't nobody around here that can beat Jerry Lawler. You understand that? Now, tell this idiot what I'm telling you to tell him, to go jump and let's go.
I'm not going to tell him anything, but what I am going to tell you is I can beat Jerry Lawler. You understand?
Hey, come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Hey.
Hey, come on.
Come on, Brian. Wait a minute. Wait.
Hey,
come on, Brian. Not here. Let's referees, stay here. Let's get this. This is not time, place for this.
No.
If you want to have the match, it's booked for later on. Let's take a break, Corey. We'll be back in a moment and see if we're going to have this match or not. We're going to have it.
So the bout is going to take place, Randy.
What he says, we'll see. Stay with us.
Hey, still not confirmed about the main event between Jerry Lawler and Brian Christopher, but the way things look, that bout may take place coming up right here today on the Power Hour. Never know what to expect. I tell you what to expect right now. The superstar, Bill Dundee, making his way around. He's got Samantha along with him. Looking sharp today. Hello, Sam. Superstar.
We're going to be in Corinth, Mississippi this coming Friday night. The Superstar and myself are going to meet at the 18th American Legion building.
Looking forward to that, yeah.
Tony Williams, you're just like every punk that comes out here. You want to be something long before it's your time. Well, I ain't selling you short, boy. You get what I mean? Everybody wants to be the king of something. Well, when I started, you had to be around. You had to pay your dues. You ain't paid no dues, brother. And, Lawler, if you're looking like somebody to whoop you, I can whoop you, because I can whoop everybody around here, just like you. And, Williams, I gonna whoop you. You want to make a reputation on somebody? Well, come on, do it to me, punk. And this ain't no old dog yelling at the young dog. I'm just telling you that you ain't paid no dues, and you gonna pay him today, because I don't like you and nothing you stand for. And Ashley Hudgens running around thinking he's some kind of American. You're Australian, boy. Stand on your own 2 feet. So get out here, Williams. Get up in that ring, and I'm going to beat your brains out.
Somebody a little hot around the collar, I guess, huh? Bill Dundee looking for Kid Wicked. This will be an interesting bout coming up today on the Power Hour. Hey, next week on the Power Hour, Boogie Woogie Man, handsome Jimmy Valiant, handsome Jimbo from Memphis, right here next week. What in the world has he got?
First off, Bill Dundee, you old fossil, I'm not Tony Williams. I'm Kid Wicked. And I am not going to wrestle with you today because I know because at any given moment, you're going to die of a heart attack. And I don't want to be responsible for you dying of a heart attack for old age.
Kid Wicked not even dressed in his
Not even dressed out.
That's okay, because I got somebody in the Wicked crew that would be more than happy to come out here and put a feather in his cap and beat you today. So, Derrick King, come on out and beat Bill Dundee.
Derrick King, you're sending Derrick in here to wrestle Dundee because you're afraid of him, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't want to be responsible for killing the old man.
Yeah, right.
Here comes Mr.
Derrick.
Personality, Derrick King out.
Derrick, you've just been assigned to a match here.
You're going to...
Derrick, you've been around less than he has. Don't let him brainwash your boy.
Listen, Bill, I'm a wrestler, and just like all those guys are playing the same team with Mark McGuire, I'm trying to elevate my career, and me being in the ring with you is going to elevate my career right now.
Well, that man do it.
Well, he's got a point there.
Yeah, he's got a point there, everybody.
But you gotta win.
Yeah, it's all right to be on the team because we know the Cardinals, they got Mark McGuire. They're not winning not much at all these days, but it's all right to be in the ring with Bill Dundee, but you're right. Yeah, you got to win something at least some point in time.
Well, let's see what happens as Derrick King is backed into a corner. And I tell you what, Bill Dundee would much rather have Kid Wicked in there. That's the match that was originally signed.
Yeah.
But he'll wrestle any opponent that steps into the ring. He's a tough veteran, there's no doubt about it. And he knows you take them one at a time as they come down the pike, and it's Derrick today, and that's Derrick it's going to be.
So, Mr. Personalities, Derrick King with a standing headlock, while Kid Wicked is standing over on the side. Wicked, Shannon, and Raven that he doesn't have to get in the ring and wrestle Bill Dundee. He can send a member of his Wicked crew in, and that's what he's out there for.
Trips Bill Dundee up. Now Derrick King does take advantage of the opportunity and goes after Dundee.
Yeah.
Don't forget, a lot more wrestling to go here, fans. We've got a match involving Streak coming up in just a few minutes, and that main event looks like it will, in fact, take place now. And Randy Hales out here agitating, and he's tried a little bit of everything, driving the wedge here and there, and it seems to have worked.
Yeah. Look at Kid Wicked again. This twice now.
Except this time he tripped up Derrick King.
Yeah, and Derrick telling him, hey, you got me that time, kid. And Kid Wicked takes off.
I'll tell you what, that Wicked crew, I don't think it's got much chance of success because...
look at it. It's Ashley Hudson out.
Hudson turned on Bill Dundee a couple of weeks ago. He felt the man who had been working on his career with him.
That's a 10 count, Dave. Referee calls for the bell after 10. Dundee's been counted out.
Dundee battling Hudson and is counted out. That's going to be a win for Derrick King. Derrick King
won the match for Derrick. And it's won that match for Derrick.
Oh, so now you're going to take credit for winning the match, huh?
And Derrick King says, yeah, I beat him.
We got a victory.
Thanks to Kid Wicked and Ashley Hudson. Hey, we got to take a break, huh?
Let's do it. We'll be back.
Need a part fast? Dennis Hall's Auto Salvage has automobile parts inside 35,000.
Corey, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I've gotten a lot of interest from around Savannah, Tennessee. Folks saying, hey, what's Power Pro coming this way? Well, it's tonight. Hardin County Fair in Savannah, Tennessee. Jerry the King Lawler is going to be there. Also, Stacy will be there. Brian Christopher on the card. Superstar Bill Dundee. Billy Joe Travis. Randy, The Streak. Brandon Baxter. All tonight in Savannah, Tennessee at the Hardin County Fair.
That's going to be a biggie. 8 o'clock is start time tonight at the Hardin County Fair. Thursday night, Lady Luck Casino, Pavilion Entertainment Center. I'm going to be down there looking forward to the big action. Buckle in because the boy from New York City is going to be down there. Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Thursday night at the Lady Luck. Too Sexy Brian Christopher. The Superstar Bill Dundee. Many others will look for you Thursday night at Lady Luck.
Friday night, September 25th in Ripley, Tennessee at the high school. Following night, Saturday the 26th, Jackson, Tennessee at the Oman Arena. West Tennessee Wrestling in conjunction with Power Pro Wrestling. We'll have an over-the-top battle royal. Superstar Bill Dundee will be there. Big spectacular card, the 26th in Jackson.
And settle the score. Memphis, Tennessee, Mid-South Fair has stamped their approval on it, and Power Pro Wrestling will be at the Mid-South Coliseum October 3rd in Randy Hales.
Yeah, we can barely hear what we're saying
yeah.
because Randy's saying, put me on. He's demanding time. Okay, Randy, you're on.
Yeah, I'm on. I want to handle every problem I have, and one of the problems I have, not only the problem with Jerry Lawler, with Streak, with Harry Del Rios, and I want Del Rios, I want Streak to come out to the announce set right now. So if you're in the back, the person on headsets down there, the floor director, get Harry Del Rios out to the set right now. I'm going to turn and look at the thing, and here he comes. Get him out there quicker. We got a lot to do. We got a big main event today on television. Get him over there quick, and I want Streak to listen. Get over there, Streak. Quit clapping hands and all that kind of stuff. I want you to listen to me. The reason you get a paycheck is because of me. The reason that you have a job is because of me. The reason, Streak, that you're getting a push is because of me. Everything that you have in life is because of Randy Hales. In the last few weeks, you've been interfering. The reason that I was in the cage last week is because you grabbed me and put me in it. Well, I'm telling you, and this is a threat. If you mess with me anymore, you'll be just like Jerry Lawler. You'll be my enemy, and any enemies of mine, Streak, will be ran out of Power Pro Wrestling, and you'll be out of a job. You need to wise up, and you need to smarten up just like Jerry Lawler.
Shut your mouth, Randy Hales. You know something, Randy? I was about to tell you what a stupid idiot you are, but you know, you're smarter than I think because you're talking to me for some room somewhere else. Because if you were right here, right now, I'd slap your teeth right out your mouth. Now listen to me, Randy. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to enforce whatever I feel like doing out here. Your threats don't mean nothing to me. I grew up in the streets of New York. What do you think? I cut myself shaving? I've been stabbed. I've been shot. Your threats don't mean anything. As far as I'm concerned, you better not get in my face, or you're going to need a cemetery, not a hospital.
Well, short and brief from the street.
He took his choice. Get the bodyguard out here. I want the bodyguard to put him away right now. Get the bodyguard out here immediately. Get the bodyguard out.
The bodyguard is on his way to the ring right now. He steps up on the ring apron.
All right.
And the referee calls for the bell. The bodyguard going against the streak as the power hour continues. Boy, it's been a wild one today.
Oh, my goodness.
We got the announcement. Oh, he took off the mask. He's got another mask on under that.
Took off that scream mask that the bodyguards are wearing, and oh man, two and freak down, and
that's over.
That was fast.
Man.
And Street, he's got a he's got that can. I guess Randy Hales is upstairs looking at that. Randy, what about that?
Hey, the big main event, Lawler versus Christopher.
Oh yeah.
This fall, Nathan Lane is Joseph Pannoni, regular guy.
Help you? Yes, I'd like to have this garment cleaned, please. Actually, I've never dealt personally with a dry cleanup.
Well, looks like this big main event's going to happen, but Stacy is here right now.
Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to be out here right now. Jerry's in the back getting ready for this match. I want to call Randy Hales out here and get him to come talk to me for a minute.
You want Randy? Randy, if you're in the booth on the headset, Stacy is asking that you join us out here at the interview area. Here he is.
Now, what are you doing out here? I got a main event to do on this television, Stacy. What do you...
I just wanted to say, you're trying to ruin Jerry Lawler. You're saying I'm the cause of everything. You're saying I'm to blame. So you've won. That's it. You've won. So
I've won. What are you
won.
saying?
I'm not going to let you come out here and expose my personal life out here every week on this show. So I'm out of here.
So,
that's
so
it.
You're
I'm out of here.
You're saying you won't be on Power Pro Wrestling anymore, right? So hey, hold on just a second. You're admitting to the fact.
I'm not admitting to anything, Randy.
Don't talk to her like that. Don't run her out of here. Don't talk to her like that.
She's admitting that.
Don't run her off.
Don't you tell me nothing.
Randy, don't run her off.
She's admitted what she is. She admitted. Yes, she has. Don't you
Will you
tell me
just
what
drop
she
it?
is.
Don't talk to her the way you've been talking to her.
Don't you say that.
Oh, you got trouble all over the place now. Brandon is on. Your most loyal supporter is unhappy with you, Randy. Here's the king.
Look, don't you fall into this trap, too. Don't you come out here and go for what Randy Hales is saying. Don't even listen to Randy Hales. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
I'm just trying to help you.
I don't need you to help me. I need you to listen to me, and don't worry about Randy Hales, okay?
Well, don't yell at me. Look, I'm just trying to help you out here.
Okay, come on. Just come on.
Well, boy, it's what a day for the king, trying to keep all the relationships going here, and Randy doing his best to drive them apart. Main event still booked. Lawler against Christopher coming up.
Introducing the 1998 Kia Sportage.
Swamp Tours.
Well, hey, the Corey Macklin fan club is here today.
I told them all I'd pay them after the show.
Oh, goodness. Hey, we got a main event coming up here. It's been a while when Randy Hales looks to have been successful in driving a wedge in the relationships that Jerry Lawler has. First with Brian Christopher. Brian says, hey, maybe I do have to beat Jerry Lawler on TV in order to be the man here. So he's agreed to the match after Lawler at first had said, that match is not going to happen. Here's Brian Christopher out of Memphis, Tennessee at 228 pounds. He heads to the ring to do battle with the king. Then Stacy.
Yeah.
Stacy came out here, and she is saying, look, I'm tired of all this trouble that's being caused for Jerry. If I'm the problem, I'm going to leave. I'm out of here.
Here is the King. Yeah, and the King has had a tough road to hoe today.
Well, the King was not happy about that, and also somebody not happy about it, Randy's most loyal supporter, Brandon Baxter.
Yeah, that's true. Brandon is upset because Randy's about to run Stacy from Power Pro Wrestling, and that's got Randy and Brandon at odds. So it's just the whole thing is just in the air. I tell you, you just never know what to expect once you turn on TV5 Power Pro Wrestling.
It has been an interesting day on the Power Hour today. Referee Aubrey Wayne signals for the bell. And here we go. Christopher against Lawler. Lawler, a reluctant participant in this match. He would just as soon this match not happen.
Our main event today on the Power Hour. Next week, handsome Jimmy Valiant right here on Power Pro Wrestling.
Boogie Woogie Man, the boy from New York City, one of the favorites of all time in this area. Be sure to set your alarm clock for 11 o'clock next Saturday morning and join us for Power Pro Wrestling. It'll be another big one.
Big backdrop from Brian Christopher, and Christopher doing a little celebration over there.
Hey, don't forget, this is a huge match here today, but more are promised for Saturday night, October 3rd. Part of the Mid-South Fair as the Mid-South Fair presents Power Pro Wrestling at the Mid-South Coliseum. Back in the roundhouse.
Looking forward to that. Had a big weekend last weekend out at Liberty Land, and the Liberty Land and the fair environment has just been spectacular with all of the fans coming out. And looking forward to Power Pro Wrestling Saturday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, as you said, Dave. Stamped of approval by the Mid-South Fair down there.
That'll be October 3rd. Make your plans as part of your fair going to be at the Power Pro. Brian Christopher thinks he was outsmarting Lawler there.
Look at Christopher, whips the King into the turnbuckle, and Lawler comes out swinging, and he ducks Brian Christopher with the right hand. A few mixed emotions here today in the studio, Dave. One half for Lawler, one half for Christopher, and the time has just been crazy also.
Yeah, we got to take a break. We'll keep this going. We'll be back.
We've bought out the factory, and now the savings are all yours. Fleming's has acquired $500,000 of rich imports from Italy, Indonesia, France, and the Far East, all for immediate liquidation. Hand-painted entertainment centers, imported decorator chairs, $4,000 dining sets, now $9.99. Hand-painted screens, china, storage pieces, rattan, and more. This merchandise is being offered now at Fleming's in Germantown on Poplar, an incredible savings on a first-come, first-served basis, today, 10 to 9. One store only, Fleming Fine Furniture in Germantown on Poplar.
Feeling stranded, alone, left out? The car isn't a luxury today, it's an absolute necessity. Don't go a day longer without wheels. Call AutoQuest now at 324-2000 and get a ride. Regardless of your past credit history and with no money down, a phone call to AutoQuest can have you behind the wheel of a late model car or truck today. In a world on wheels, AutoQuest is your ticket to ride. Call 324-2000 now.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky. I let my family down, and I let this country down.
When a private affair becomes a public nightmare, the FBI caught her husband on tape.
The events of the past few days have been the most difficult of my life.
After 8 years of silence, Mayor Marion Barry's ex-wife speaks out. From the White House to your house, cheating husbands and the wives who have to choose. What would you do? Next open.
Monday at 4 on TV5.
For years, ER has been television's most watched and most honored show. Now, the producer of ER presents the next great American drama. 5 very different people.
He was going to leave, and we were going to move in.
Sometimes they're friends. Sometimes enemies.
Hey!
With one common bond. Their family. The producer of ER presents Trinity. Fridays this fall on NBC.
Well, we just had a discussion here as to whether or not most wrestlers would just agree to make the fist legal. And for use on this match. There's Brian, he's using it. The agreement was not reached. I'm not sure he can do that anyway. The ref is warning him about it. You can't use the fist in a wrestling match unless it's an anything goes match, and this one's not signed that way. The action continues. Interesting, as you pointed out, Corey, half the crowd is chanting Brian, Brian. The other half is chanting Jerry, Jerry.
Yeah.
It's divided loyalties here between two guys who, especially Lawler, really didn't want to be involved in this match. He thinks it's just, and I think he's right, just a ploy by Randy to drive a wedge between Lawler and Brian.
And then it turned into a matter of pride between the two because Brian says, hey, I know I can beat you, Lawler, so let's get it on.
Yeah, and, you know, Brian is the future, there's no doubt about it, and he doesn't want to appear that he's second best to anyone.
You can't much blame him. Old saying is every dog has his day, so today is Randy Hales' day because Randy dreamed this up from the get-go today, from the start, and this bout is taking place. Lawler said it wouldn't. We were wondering if it would, and it's right here today on the Power Hour. We don't have much time for it. We apologize for that. Wish we did because this is a dandy. Look at Lawler. Right hand and again. He stacks Brian Christopher as Christopher gets to his feet, staggers down.
He had the fist raised as though I'm ready to go, but he was staggered by it and fell backwards. Lawler goes after him into the rope. Man, look at these two guys go, both of them down to the mat.
Yeah. Like a brick wall, they both just stepped right into each other and they're both out. Here comes Brendan Baxter in, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong again.
He's climbing through the ropes. The referee says, you're not going to interfere.
Boy, look at this. What is Randy doing out here?
Randy jumps in the ring. The referee's trying to keep Baxter out of the action. Randy takes Brian over. There's a cover. He put Brian, he draped him over the shoulders of Lawler. The shoulders are down. Brandon says, make the count. 1, 2.
And here comes Dundee in.
He says, wait a minute, here's what happened. He's explaining to the referee.
And Bill, out to save the day for Lawler.
Here comes Billy Joe Travis. Look out.
Look out. Travis jumps in the thing.
Now Brian trying to get to his feet.
Whoa! Travis shoved Dundee. Dundee nailed him. Brian is up on his feet. Here comes Bulldog Reigns in. We got a ring full of them referee calls for the belt.
Yeah, we got everybody just about in there. Bulldog Reigns knocked back. Here comes the
streak in. So referee Aubrey Wayne says ring the bell. Lawler and Christopher continue to fight it out over in the corner. There's Christopher pounding away on him. Dundee's got Brendan Baxter. He nails Baxter. So Randy Hales' plan.
Well, Corey, it looks
like kicked in, I guess.
Yeah, looks like Randy's plan has finally worked. And now we got a free-for-all going in here and no resolution to the main event. There was no pin. Hey, we'll have more next week on the Power Hour.
Goodness, what a day today.
Don't you miss next week at 11 o'clock. Valiant will be here next week. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. What a wild one. So long, everybody. Woo!